Speaking of, Jerry Jones just can't stop saying glory hole. He did it again.
Wait, he actually said glory hole? I've seen
this is the
memes,
fourth time he's done it.
What?
Yes, for the last decade. I love this. At this point, he's done it 4 times in like his career that has been on like the record on air. It's like almost like a comment or something. Every like 10 years, he's gonna say glory hole by accident, and I love it. Way back in the day, I did a demo for Sirius XM. I was trying to get Barstool onto Sirius before we ever had Sirius.
Yeah.
And they're like, you need to make us like a demo, like an hour-long episode of sports
What it would be like.
talk. Yeah. And I was like, but it's it's not going to be sports. It's going to be Barstool. And that night, or like that week, Jerry Jones said glory hole by accident. And I was like, this is perfect. So the first one was many years ago, and he was like, he goes, like back in the day, he's saying, let me just get it. Because the first one's really the funniest because he goes like, I want me some glory hole.
Well, he is the kind of
What's
guy.
he trying? Sorry.
No, he's just the type of pervert who he has to know what a glory hole is.
It's a reminder, I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so, having said that, I want me some glory hole.
So that was the first time that happened. I was like, so he's clearly saying like glory days, right? Like,
I want me some glory hole.
and then he did it again and again, and then again, like this past week. He said that the Super Bowl is the absolute glory hole. He said, it made me get back to work because I want to work to the glory hole. Now, somebody, I didn't look into this, but right before we started recording, I posted a 1 Minute Man on it, and somebody left a comment saying he's a Texas oil man, and glory hole is a term for when you like find like a thing of oil. Maybe true, maybe not.
That's probably true.
But you also have to understand that a glory hole means a hole in a bathroom stall that you get your dick sucked through.
Yeah.
So you can't run around saying glory hole without at least throwing out the caveat. Oh, and by the way, I mean the oil glory hole, not the dick sucking glory
original
hole.
intended. Like,
Yeah.
yay.
Sometimes I wonder if like PR agents are like, hey, we need like a little bit more clips, social clips, like going around. Like you have to say glory hole.
It's maybe there's something I don't know, but an old man running around going, I want some glory hole. We got to get back to the glory
Or
hole
maybe
days.
he just means like a hole where you get your dick sucked in.
Imagine he's like,
what he's
no,
talking
I
about.
understand.
No, I know.
I get it.
Emmett Smith used to be in stall 3.
That would be the best. No, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think glory holes are awesome. They're comparable to a Super Bowl. Getting your dick sucked through a bathroom stall anonymously is like the Super Bowl. It's awesome. Have you ever done it?
Because what were the old videos of him with like he was getting his dick sucked, or he was like pushing girls' heads down or something like that?
Yeah,
or, like,
he was
doing some nasty stuff?
partying.
He's had plenty of.
I don't know if it was like literally getting his dick sucked,
Yeah.
but he was definitely.
Not on video,
He's got
yeah.
some wild pictures where he's got the pictures of, he's got pictures with hookers. He's got pictures with a Super Bowl trophy. He's got pictures standing on the front steps, not letting black students into his school.
What?
You never seen that picture of Jerry Jones?
Yeah, as a young boy.
As a young boy, he was on the steps
No
like
way.
blocking the.
God, that was
it's not
him.
the Alabama 3. It's the Huntsville,
Birmingham
3,
whatever.
maybe something like that. Like the first 3 like young black girls to go to school, like in integrated school.
Another in Hamilton.
Jerry Jones on the front steps, like absolutely the not.
Yeah, it must be
tough.
so nice for the people who are like outside of Jeffrey Epstein's orbit, who were also pedophiles, but just like sourced for themselves.
Like they never picked up that call. They're so happy.
They're just like, oh, I can get my own.
Yeah, no, I got a guy, dude. I like my guy stuff
Yeah,
better.
there's Florida, there's Texas, there's California. You know,
Yeah, he
Epstein's
just
over
gets
there.
his own,
I'm
he has
over
his
here.
own broker for children, or he's the broker.
He was on that show Landman.
Yeah.
And people went nuts for it because it actually was a pretty decent scene because you could tell he was not acting. He was just talking about trying to make, if I remember correctly, it's trying to make your kids like take over the family business. And he was like, you do it because you think this is going to be great, that like you're going to like spend all this time with your kids, and then you realize that like you're just forcing your life upon your children. And I was like, I think this is what the fuck happened to Jerry Jones. I think he's just talking to Billy Bob Thornton, and the cameras happen to be rolling. You know? So what's
Blame
the
it on the one with the really weird scene.
with the daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a show that I can't. I mean, there are people who think that is like amazing cinema, and I'm like, his 17-year-old daughter is running around in like lingerie talking about fucking her boyfriend. Like every scene, it's crazy. And he also chops off
Landman?
his own pinky. What?
On Landman?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Good
There's like
show?
no. I mean, if I went into it being like, this is like a glory hole oil man, silly Billy Bob Thornton over the top sort of thing, maybe. But people were like, this is amazing. And like in the first couple scenes, his daughter is telling him we have a rule with my boyfriend. Like, as long as he doesn't come in me, he can come anywhere he wants. And it's like, I don't think any daughter would say that to anybody, let alone like a Southern Belle, Texas girl talking to her father. And then the next scene, she's running around in her underwear being like, my boyfriend won't fuck me. Like, what do I do? And he's like, oh, my daughter. Like, it's just so crazy. And I'm like, this would never happen.
Yeah.
And then there's this point where there's an oil rig explosion, and he goes to the hospital, and his hand's all fucked up. And the doctor's like, we need to operate on that. And he's like, take the pinky off. And the doctor's like, we need to like operate on it. He goes, take it off or I'm taking it off. And the doctor's like, we need to prep you. And he just grabs a knife and he chops his pinky off in front of the doctor. And I was like, all right, this is just.
Well, isn't that
it's
what
fine,
fucking?
but people.
Well, what's his name? Isn't that what?
Ronnie Lott.
Ronnie Lott did?
Yeah. I mean, I guess there's some truth to these things, but it was
I
particularly.
don't know if Ronnie
ridiculous.
Lott cut it off himself, but he was like, just fucking take it off.
Yeah.
The football player got.
Rather than like miss the game, just like.
He's like,
But it's that kind of show. Like, I think it's silly, and I couldn't put up with it. But I just can't believe the people who are like, oh, this is amazing.
Why couldn't Ronnie Lott just play football with a broken hand?
Seems like harder to play with, like to chop your finger
I
off.
think it was nerves related. I think it
Like
was,
you won't feel the
like
pain
he
or whatever?
wasn't gonna be able to really use it anyway. Like they could reattach it, but like
So why not just tape it to another finger or something? And let it.
It's pretty drastic to chop it off.
many
No,
other-
Yeah, that's
I-
so
I've-
dramatic.
I've heard that from I don't know, it's not that I have friends that it's happened to, but I've just heard that like sometimes if a finger loses its nerve endings and you can't have control over it anymore, you just always whack it
Hit
on
it?
stuff, and it's easier to just have it taken off.
Huh.
I just would feel like a freak.
I would rather have a dead pinky than
Yeah, just give me a
be
dead finger.
four-finger
No one's
freak.
asking about it.
But what about going and getting in your pocket? You have no control over your pinky.
And it's just like jamming.
And you're
into
always
things.
like trying to like wedge your four fingers in there.
I'll tape it. Like Rabbit said,
Yeah.
figure it out.
Dude, I'd press on nails for like a yak thing for a week or something like that, and
Something like that.
something fuck. I don't know. But I didn't realize how hard it is to put like your hands in your pocket with the nails.
Oh, I can't
With, like, the
imagine.
press-
They were long. They were like
They were
over your
like-
finger.
They were like decently sized, a couple inches. But anytime they would slide in, like they get caught and they like pull your nails back.
Yeah.
It was. I didn't realize how painful it is.
I don't really understand how other girls like. I rip a nail off every single time. Every single time I have like.
Those are
whatever.
real. You have
These are
regular
real. I have
nails,
just like bad.
Yeah, it's tough. Or even, I mean, picking up credit cards also was like.
Yeah.
Yeah,
impossible.
any of that
Oh,
shit.
Being
you
is
pick
so
up a coin,
fun.
maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just whipping my ass. But the click is nice.
How long did you have it on for?
I think a week or 5
Oh,
days.
wow.
Shay,
Did you have to
when
keep it
Shay
on?
puts them on, she just sits there.
Clicks.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so
like,
I feel so sassy. I feel like I text like flirty or whatever.
When did that become a prerequisite for TikTok videos? When like someone will show like their toner and like.
that ASMR.
Yeah.
I mean,
shit,
everybody
yeah.
does it.
Yep.
It's weird.
And by
that
everybody, I
ASMR.
mean Brianna Chicken Fry and Jordan Woodruff. The only two.